So thank you all for coming. So let's say you're a home remodeler and you're interested in expanding your home, adding on a new bedroom. Well, to do this, you need to have a great idea of the infrastructure that's available, and as well as the utilities that are around the surrounding area. Well, there's a couple options to do this. One, you could start taking huge chunks out of your wall, which is completely, it's not a good plan, it's messy, and it's inconvenient. The second option is to buy expensive wall scanning tools, that some of which allow us to scan metal, wood, and even wires. But this still doesn't give us a full picture of what's going on. We're Team Wallhack, and we are developing a device that allows us to scan a wall and cheaply identify almost all common materials found within finished walls, and on top of that, be able to translate that data onto a visual map, something tangible, so that our users will be able to have a more informed approach and more informed decision on the plan and execution of both large and small scale projects. We're Team Wallhack. I'm Mark Fasolino. This is Will, Brandon, Kevin, Harrison.
So our vision for the execution and the user experience for our product would be something along the lines of open up the application on a cell phone. That's going to be the brains of our operation. And then open up the application will have a camera function built into it, so you'll take a photo of the wall that you desire to scan. And from there, then proceed to scan the wall, much like you would using a regular stud finder. The device is going to use RF antennas to basically detect the different materials in the wall, and simultaneously it'll be tracking its position using an optical sensor, much like that of a mouse, to detect its location on the wall and relate the material data with the location data. The onboard microcontroller will relay the data back to the cell phone application, and it will plot that data onto the photo that was taken, at which point you can organize, a lot of projects span multiple walls, multiple rooms, just the scale can change a lot. So the application will allow for the organization of your data and the ability to reference that at a later date. So our vision for this product is to design a robust, solid hardware solution that with future software innovation will allow for the applications in the field to be greatly expanded for our product.
This time we'd like to open up for any questions.
What are the main problems that you expect to find?
I think, so from this semester, one of the big problems that we had was actually tracking the device's location. Towards the end of the semester, we actually got some really solid data collection using that optical sensor. So we're going to use an IMU to detect the device's orientation, and then from there it will be more well aware of its orientation and which direction it's traveling in reference to gravity. So its axes of awareness are relative to it, and so when it moves, it needs to know. So the answer to your question is the location tracking is definitely the most difficult part.
If I may, another big problem we came across was getting delays from, we're using a RF sensor board that we purchased, and we were experiencing delays with getting data from that. You see we're using a Raspberry Pi kind of as an in-between. So there were some delays like going from RF board to Raspberry Pi and then over Bluetooth. So we're still looking into causes of those delays and how we might fix those.
Well, what's an IMU?
Inertial measurement unit. So it's a 9-degree of freedom board, such as a 3-axis accelerometer and gyroscope and magnetometer.
And you said you were getting better position feedback. Was that from the optical sensor or the IMU?
So the optical sensor so when you use a mouse, it moves back and forth in a 2-dimensional plane. Right. The problem is that when you are scanning a wall, we don't have the ability to hold it perfectly straight and keep the axes of the sensor aligned with the axes of the wall, the X and Y. So the IMU will aid the device in detecting those changes and allowing it to keep those axes oriented so it's aware of which direction it's really moving, if that makes sense.
One last question?
Yes, is this targeted for the homeowner, home improvement, or for a contractor?
I think our vision is actually both. Obviously, contractors are probably going to want a pretty heavy-duty solution to this. But the way that we see this product working is for like a preliminary scan, just so you can get an idea of what's back there, at least for commercial. And for residential, like homeowners that want to modify
Yeah.
wall structure
I'm
and
just
stuff.
wondering, when you got through with it, would the price of it be within a homeowner's range?
That is definitely one of the things that we want to try and aim for. Actually, with all of the stuff all the components that we've had to put into the prototyping phase of what we're doing, we've actually still come in at under the cost of one of the commercially available devices that does the detection that our device does, but it does not produce a map, like a blueprint, so to speak, of what's back there.
If it does what you say it does, it would be very useful, I would think.
Yeah, we think so too. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's the
All right,
idea.
let's thank the team.